So we're going to start off with our plain white t-shirt and see how that goes. Firstly, I'm going to put a board inside the t-shirt so that I have a nice firm surface to work on. All right, so let's begin. So to begin with, we're going to take a look at the Sharpie, stained by Sharpie. These are really cool. I've tested them out and I love the flow of the color, and they go quite a long way. So it makes a pretty decent mark. It's pretty versatile in terms of mark making, so that's pretty good. I'm just going to go ahead and start with the drawing of the banana and then work it through. So the Sharpie does have a nice flow to it. I like how it's pretty generous with how much ink it lets out at a time, and this is quite a fluorescent marker, so that's nice and bright. So, and the tip is pretty long and flexible. I like that about that too. And so I'm just gonna do a bit more of this for the bright side of the banana. I'm using the brighter Sharpie. So far I like the flow that the Sharpie gives you, the stained Sharpie gives you. It's not too heavy on the fabric and it's very generous with its flow, so I'm not struggling to put ink down. Next, I'm gonna try the fabric markers by Marvy Uchida. Now this has got a broad tip and it's much firmer from the experience I've had with it. So I'm gonna hold down my t-shirt and then just gently go through there. The color is pretty vivid, quite bright, which I like about it. So I'm not applying much pressure to it. I'm not applying much pressure at all. It's just a little bit of pressure and it seems to be taking the t-shirt well. So I'm just going to add a little bit of color to it with the orange Sharpie, stained by Sharpie. Back to the Sharpie again, but not too much of it. I just want the banana to have a bit more color to it. It's a bit unnatural because this is a fluorescent orange, but that's the beauty of art. You can do whatever you want to do with it. And we go back to our yellow and finish up our banana. So far the Marvy does a pretty good job and it seems to carry quite a distance, so I would recommend this fabric marker definitely. It's got a nice feel to it. It's got a nice distribution of ink, so that's good. We're gonna go back to our Marvy black to give our shadow some density. Right, and now I'm gonna go to the center line and just pronounce that. There we go. So in conclusion, I pretty much like the Sharpie ones. I think they do a pretty good job in terms of delivering ink, and I've got no complaints against that. And the Marvy ones are also cool, but I think they'd work better on a more solid surface, so you'd need to hold your t-shirt like so that you can achieve a much smoother feel to it. So, but generally they're pretty good. There we go. All right, so that's our test of our markers with the Marvy coming in as a pretty solid color. Gives solid color, which is nice, and it flows pretty good. It doesn't seem to lack consistency in how much ink is flowing. And I also like the fact that you can have a fade effect with it because of the firm tip. It's got a firm bold tip to it, so I like that about it. And you could really push the artwork with this marker if you wanted to. So it does come recommended in my book. All right, so that's my demo on the Sharpies. Sharpie stained by Sharpie, the fabric marker. Pretty good, very good flow of ink. I love it. And also the Marvy fabric markers, they're pretty good. What we didn't use was the deco in this demo. So what I'm going to do is just quickly demo the deco marker just to show you the flow of it, and then we'll be done. So here I've got an electric blue. I'm going to carry on with my blue. What we could do is make this a little bit surreal. Why don't we add some water to it? So it will trip the viewer up. Like, what? Water, banana, what? Anyway. So what I'm realizing with the deco marker, it's pretty clingy on the fabric. It catches on quite a bit, so you'd have to hold your fabric down, otherwise it will pull it all the way like that. All right, so that's where we'll leave it, and now we're gonna take a closer look at our artwork. So there goes our banana on a t-shirt. It looks pretty trippy on camera. Wasn't so trippy looking when I was close to it. And what I would say is the deco fabric, pretty good flow, but on a plain t-shirt, it catches onto the fabric quite a bit, so you got to look out for that. But otherwise, good color, good flow. The Marvy is great. I really love the way it flowed, and I like the way the color, how vibrant the color is also. The Sharpie, I think, is my favorite. So if you're looking for fabric markers, I would highly recommend the Sharpie, stained by Sharpie. And make sure it says fabric marker. That's the one I found to be the best. Alright, so this has been Victor on the Let Me Explain show. Thanks so much for watching, and do watch more of my videos. I've got one on printing with stencil, and on that stencil I'm going to do a demo with the sharp markers again. So thanks so much for that. Alright, have a blessed day.